Hello and welcome back to yet another trip report here on Strictly Flying. I hope you're all doing fantastic. On today's episode, we are flying from Rio de Janeiro to the Dutch capital city of Amsterdam with KLM Royal Dutch Airlines. And on today's flight, we will be trying out KLM's brand new premium comfort class. Welcome on board. So, firstly, a very warm welcome to Galeão International Airport here in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Now, before we start, let me point out that this flight with KLM was not intentional, as I was supposed to fly with Air France from the Brazilian city of Fortaleza to Paris the day before. However, since Air France had cancelled this flight, I was rebooked on today's flight with KLM instead. But that is absolutely fine, as I can take this opportunity to show you what KLM Premium Comfort Class has to offer, and if this is something that is worth paying for the next time you decide to fly with KLM. So let's start by giving you some details on what to expect according to KLM's website. First off, KLM has previously only officially had two classes of travel, economy and business class. However, they do have something called Economy Comfort, which is basically an economy class seat with about 10 centimeters extra legroom and an additional 2 centimeters of recline. Besides that, the seats and service on board is identical to standard economy class. And since I am a member of KLM's Flying Blue loyalty program and with a platinum level status, I have always been able to choose these seats for free. However, with Air France, there has always been three classes: economy, premium, and business. There is no economy comfort seats on Air France's flights, which I always thought is a shame, since I always have to pay for the premium economy class tickets, even with a platinum status within Flying Blue. Regardless, I have traveled on and reviewed Air France's premium economy class before, and I thought it was a decent product, so I'm actually very excited to try out the brand new premium comfort class on KLM. And according to KLM's website, they do promise a 99 centimeter legroom and a 20 centimeter recline, with wider seats in a 2x3x2 layout in the 787 Dreamliner, which we are flying on today. Apart from better seats, KLM states that you will have sky priority, which means you will get to board the aircraft before economy class passengers, but after business class. And you will receive a welcome drink and receive an amenity kit. Also, you will have a better selection of food, limited but free Wi-Fi, a large entertainment screen with your own personal high-quality noise-cancelling headphones. So let's get on board and see if KLM can actually deliver what it promises on their website. And while we are boarding, let me quickly tell you about the aircraft that we will be flying on today. Our aircraft for today is a Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner with the registration Papa Hotel Bravo Hotel November, and this aircraft is currently 6 years old.
Welcome on board.
Thank you. Now, unfortunately, since I was rebooked on this flight last minute due to the cancellation of my original flight with Air France, all of the window seats in the premium comfort class were taken, so I was allocated an aisle seat in row 12 instead. And here we are, the brand new premium comfort class. Now, first impressions are pretty good and this seat feels quite comfortable, but let's check out all of the features of this seat. By the armrest on the right hand side, you will find both a US Type A and Type C power outlet, and in addition to that, there is also a normal power socket between the seat in front of you. Also, behind the seat in front, you will find a large 13-inch screen with a good selection of movies and TV shows. And finally, we were given the amenity kit, and I am very curious to see what this includes, but we'll have a look at that a little later in the flight. Also, there is a personal noise cancelling headset, and I will have to admit that this worked very well. The headset is very comfortable to wear and the audio quality is excellent. Soon after takeoff, we headed straight north over Brazil a couple hours before crossing the Atlantic Ocean, and where we wouldn't see land again before reaching the south coast of England. So now is a good time to have a closer look at the amenity kit. Now, unfortunately, this is actually nothing but a laundry bag with a disposable toothbrush, an eye mask, some earplugs and a very small pen. Now I have to admit that I was expecting a little bit more, or at least I could have come inside a better package like the amenity kit given out by Air France in premium economy class. This just kind of feels lazy and cheap in comparison. Thankfully, there are more positive things to point out, such as this very large and very comfortable blanket, and this adjustable reading light behind your head, and of course the noise-cancelling headphones, which simply were fantastic to wear. So hopefully the meal service is just as good, so let's have a look at the menu. In premium comfort, the table is folded inside your armrest and is a bit tricky to fold at the very first time. I tried to push what I thought to be a button several times, however it is a latch that you have to pull instead and the table pops out of place. From there, simply pull it all the way out and fold it into place. Before the meal service, we were served a drink together with a bag of roasted peanuts, and for the main course I chose the roasted lamb that was served together with a salad and a plate of cheeses. All in all, it was very tasty and the portion, in my honest opinion, was just right. And after the meal came the highlight of this flight, where they actually served us a cup of Häagen-Dazs ice cream, which is my absolute favorite. After reclining my seat all the way back, watching a movie with my super comfortable headset and eating Häagen-Dazs ice cream with a good glass of wine at 38,000 feet, I actually felt that I was traveling in business class for a while. Everything was just perfect. And after several hours of sleep, I woke up with the sun shining through the windows and made my way to the lavatory. And on my way back to my seat, the cabin crew was already preparing the breakfast service. Until now, this flight has literally flown by and I actually feel rested and awake. Right now, I can't wait to have a cup of coffee and eat some fruits before arriving in Amsterdam. Again, the breakfast served was also tasty. However, I think they could have served us some more proteins, such as an omelette or at least some scrambled eggs, maybe even some bacon, but this was absolutely fine regardless. And here we are, we finally touched down at Schiphol International Airport here in Amsterdam. So what is my final verdict of KLM's new premium comfort class? Well, let's talk about cost firstly. Although I purchased my ticket with Air France, I have searched some ticket prices with KLM just to get an idea of what you have to pay to fly in premium comfort, and the prices seem to vary a lot, ranging from only 10 and all the way up to 50% more expensive than your regular economy class. So in my honest opinion, if you do find a good deal, then I definitely think it is worth to cough up the extra cash to fly premium. And the seats are very comfortable with loads of legroom, and the extra cozy blankets together with the noise cancelling earphones and large entertainment screen to keep you occupied during a long haul flight just makes this a very decent product. But everyone is different, and of course, in the end, the choice is completely up to you if you think the price is worth the upgrade. But regardless, I hope you found this video to be helpful, and if you enjoyed it, please help me out by giving this video a thumbs up. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel just to get notified on future uploads. With that said, thank you very much for joining me on yet another flight here on Strictly Flying, and until the next time, happy travels, stay safe, take care, bye bye.